Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where we've returned to the PlayStation 5 Pro to do another community flight on this lovely Christmas day. And in the Christmas spirit, I thought we would do the community flight up in the Nordics to head to the Santa Claus Village in Finland, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Rovaniemi, Finland, to be exact. So we're going to do a flight out of the mountains of Norway, we'll fly into Sweden, and then of course into Finland from there, and I feel like it'll be a fantastic time. So, without further ado, we are going to be of course on US West servers, which you can change that in general and online. Hopefully many of you have gotten your copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator this last couple of days. But yep, so West US, and in free flight, make sure you're set to all players, and then you will be able to find us, and we'll go from that. But yeah, other than that, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic week. And let me make sure, yep, all players, perfect, we're all good. I'm going to start off with the H225. I mean, I've very much been enjoying making up the time we've lost with that thing. I mean, just, so yeah, we're going to fly this a little bit. We'll make some other little stops, kind of do what we've been doing where we switch out planes and aircraft that we are flying. So let's go with, you know what, we're gonna be in snowy conditions. Let's go for this greenish gray livery. Perfect. Hello Brendan and Ryan and Big Chungus, Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you for joining us on this nice Thursday. But yeah, so we're going to start off over here. Of Echo November, Lima Kilo. We'll set that as a departure. And then we'll make a little stop here at Echo Sierra November, Quebec. That's not what I did not mean to set that as arrival. Hold on. Hit the wrong button. Oh. Okay, hang on. Let me do this first, then. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. There's the North Pole in Finland here. So we'll set that as an arrival. Excellent. And then set this to add it to the route. There we go. Perfect. Alright. I think we're set. So let's go into Leknes Airport with our H225. Merry Christmas to you, Simon, and to you, John, as well. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully everyone's having a fantastic week. Where are we flying today? We're flying to Santa Claus Village. This probably won't be too long of a stream, but I thought we would still pop by anyways here. We're probably not going to be doing this flight at night. Oh, we do have some northern lights going on over the mountains, though. Look at that. Oh, very nice. Oh, look at this whole airport's actually really nice. What in the world? What a lovely surprise. I mean, I knew it was handcrafted, but I didn't realize it was gonna... I thought it was just gonna be a random airport with maybe a building or two, and that was it. Perfect. Well, while we wait, we may as well kind of hang around here and explore the airport. Well, we have the northern lights going on. But hello, Snus, welcome to the stream, and Kofo TV 43, Merry Christmas. I was doing a medic flight this morning out, and it crashed me for no reason. Then it took me from an A to a lower B for my reputation. What plane were you flying? Might have been an A and B fuel selector, left, right, and you kept it on left and ran out of fuel on that side, so it didn't have any more fuel to go to. Could have been icing effect. Just trying to run through a few of the potential reasonings as to why that may have happened. Good morning to you, Aaron. Thanks for all the good week celebrating Christmas Day tomorrow on Boxing Day. Oh, very nice, John. Very nice. Okay. Excuse me. I don't even think you're supposed to drive there, sir. Who knew you'd be run over here? Willkommen. Ooh, are those salmons? Some random seafood company. Nice. Handcrafted airport means it'll look like it does in real life. If it's not having a star, it'll just be generic buildings at the sim places. Hi, fuel truck. No new games. Just some lovely gift cards and all that, which will then be used to buy third-party items when they arrive in the marketplace in the spring. Seemed like a glitch because I was flying at 11,000 feet and everything looked fine. I wasn't even close to the ground. I'm just talking about, you know, if you are in a plane that has a left or right fuel selector and it runs out of the side of a tank, it'll run out of fuel for the whole aircraft. So, I mean, things like that can happen. I mean, if it wasn't any bad weather. Because, I mean, if you're flying through a winter area in the mountains or anything like that, and through clouds, you can get icing buildup, which then, of course, can add too much weight to the aircraft and cause it to stall out and crash as well. So... of course, at John. Any idea why I have to disable and re-enable my Chinook every time I start the game to see it? No. Let me see if we run into that. I got a new Corsair headset. My PS5 headset had seen better days, so needed a new... Oh, very nice, Nas. Very nice. Hopefully you're enjoying that. And there it is. But anyways. Returning to my H225. Absolutely perfect. And we'll stick with that for a little bit, and then we'll probably switch out at an airport that we run into. We'll see. All right. We're the chalk. And we'll keep it nighttime just for a little bit, because we do have the northern lights going on. At least we did. Oh yeah, they're still lighting up the sky over there. I think we're heading that direction. And I already see all kinds of people hopping on in. Hello. Welcome to the in-flight community flight here. Alright, perfect. Where are the lights? Are they at the top? Control unit lighting. Ah, yes, there they are. Anti-collision. Let's do both red and white on that. Dinghy lights, and then the floodlights. Let's get them all on here. But yeah, if you're wanting to join, again, we are at the airport of something. ENLK, Echo November Lima Kilo, in Norway. Yes. And unfortunately, we're not heading towards the northern lights, because that is the opposite direction. You can always make a little bit of a detour, though. Because we're not really going to see anything in the direction we're heading. Oh, that looks so good over here, though, with the moonlight. So yeah, we'll head over the mountains for a little bit, and then we'll get back on track. Oh, everybody's picking the Chinook, or is it just glitched out already? I would not be surprised if it's already model matching, freaking out. Alright, I'm going to turn off the floodlights as well. There we go. I think it's because I upgraded later and there are several versions trying to load. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that should be the issue. But not 100% sure. Pretty cool. I see a lot of developers are starting to support the built-in like night vision mode for their aircraft and stuff. Because I was just thinking that would be nice to have. I think the Huey from the Stranger Things one might have some, maybe? Forgot who. Because I've been seeing a few developers now talking about it, so that'll be nice to be more and more of a thing. But yeah, after we take a little look at the northern lights floating around the sky, we'll bring it up to a daytime flight here. Because obviously there's not much to look at on a YouTube stream, because this probably looks completely dark and you might be barely seeing the lights. And Merry Christmas to you, Russell! Hopefully you're having a great Christmas time. Ooh. They're already dying off here. Look at this. They're fading away. At least we got to see a little bit of it. At least, I mean, I got to see it, because YouTube probably makes it look completely dark. Oh, that is how, okay, yeah. We'll just pop here, give you one last look of it, and then it's gonna be daytime. That way we can enjoy the views here. Oh, you're on PC? Oh, okay, well then, I see. Because I thought we were talking about PlayStation, so yeah, I mean, again, once you start getting those third-party things going, you'll kind of run into some more weird things happening for sure. We'll make it morning, that way we get as much sunlight as possible. Alright folks, turn it around. Let's go on our actual route here. Which, by the way, again, the airport, we're going to fly over the airport we took off from, so if you're wanting to, well, actually, maybe we won't fly over, we'll be north of it. But Echo November Lima Kilo is the airport we started from. If you want to join up, you can absolutely do so. So yeah, we're gonna stick to the north a little bit. As we make our way over to Santa Claus Village in Finland. The only thing is, I wanted to start off with great views, because I think as we make our way over east, the mountains become less and less prevalent, so enjoy it while it lasts, folks. Is that PS5? It is. PS5 Pro we're playing on here. And Hermanada, Merry Christmas to you. Hope you're having a great one. Thanks for stopping on by, and Merry Christmas to you, Lost Worlds, as well. Thank you for joining us. And Sean, love this game. Awesome. Glad you're having a blast with the sim. Oh, that looks really nice. I'm just glad we're getting some form of sunlight this far in the winter. It's not much, but it should give us pretty nice views all throughout. And there's the airport we started at right there. You can see the runway lights. And Dev, good afternoon, bro. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. Thanks for stopping on by, Dev. Hopefully it's been a great week for you. And Merry Christmas to you, Silent A. I'm glad everybody has a little bit of time to stop on by. Again, this won't be too long of a stream, but definitely wanted to get in here again. Glad people enjoyed my real-life C-17 touch-and-go video that I posted on Monday? Tuesday? Tuesday. And then, of course, the stream we did on Monday. Glad everybody enjoyed that type of format. Just checking out a new aircraft on the marketplace. Kind of doing a live review over that. And, of course, being back on the PlayStation today. Been doing a lot of career stuff, just off-stream. You know, just having a blast with it as always. Pretty much have everything unlocked now. Finished up my passenger transport airliner mission, so that way we can get that going. And now it's money making all over the place in career. Which will be nice, because I want to be kind of set up for when heavy and super heavy cargo missions unlock. Was hoping it was going to be this year, but of course now we definitely know it's not happening until the new year. But I'm still guessing it'll be just a server-side thing, because that's typically what they do after a sim update. Career mode always has a separate thing. So hopefully that'll be the case once we get into January. Which then should also lead us, hopefully, into Sim Update 5's beta. And then we can see what's going to be going on with that. Just can't wait for the beta again. It's been a bit, you know. I'm so used to always being in a beta build for the sim throughout the year, but it's been a nice break. Got Simon unsafe. Oh, did we lose a few? Hello. I know we had a few more flying with us. Uh-oh. Okay. Don't know what oh, there they are. They're just behind the mountain a little bit. Oh, it is not liking something around here. Which is weird, because now it's mainly water. But I think we're okay now. It is not happy in Sweden at the moment. Alright, let's get through this water part here. Does the 787 work well on PS5? I mean, I haven't flown it too much, but it did receive a pretty hefty update when Sim Update 4 released. I mean, it was already on the PS5. But from the time we spent with it, it seemed much better. So, but it's still something I'll have to kind of mess with a little bit more. And nice, Russell. I have eaten too much. I won't be flying. I don't want to fall asleep whilst flying a plane. Mind you, I could put it down on autopilot. It's all good, Russell. Happy to have you here in the chat, so it works. You can always join us next time. And afternoon, Becky. Yes, please. Going well, too. Thanks. Hope yours is going well, too. Thank you for Christmas wishes. And you are welcome, Dev. And Merry Christmas, Stanley. Why are the credits so low for medium cargo? Well, I mean, if you're just doing employee missions, all the mission types are going to be low, but once you buy your own aircraft, you'll be making a boatload of cash. Because medium cargo with your own planes will net you close to 1 million or over 1 million credits per mission, so. But yeah, if you're just doing the employee missions and you're working for some other person, the credits will be relatively low no matter what mission you're doing. Because that's, of course, where the benefit comes of buying your own plane and company. That's where the money's really starting to flow. Because I did a VIP charter flight yesterday, and a PC-24 made almost 5 million credits on that flight alone. There's everybody else. There's Snus. Diot's caught up. Don't mean to be going too far. Oh, actually, that works out. This is the perfect heading. because we'll have some more mountains to go through, which will be great. And then once we're done with that, we'll stop at Echo Sierra November Quebec, and then we'll probably switch to, I don't know, we'll switch to something else. And it's the Vision Jet. Very nice. Oh, Snus has disappeared. And Jeffrey just unlocked private charter. Excited to fly those, although I do enjoy light cargo, but looking forward to owning a medium cargo plane. Nice. Very nice. I mean, that's the route I always take personally. It's just a great way of making a decent amount of money without spending too much on the planes. But I mean, private charter is a great option too. I mean, 1.1 million, you can get a Vision Jet, which is a great aircraft to have in career mode. A fun one to fly, an easy one to kind of get familiar with as well. Which that'll make you a good 400, 500,000. On the high end. Most of the time it's probably around 400,000 credits per mission, but still a great way of making a decent amount of credits without spending too much on maintenance costs and stuff like that. Hey Kyle, today we're flying to Santa Claus Village. We started off in Norway. We'll be making our way through Sweden and then into Finland after that. See the general area we're at there. Getting nice and low with the water. Oh, I'm not on a... I don't know. I was worried about opening cursor mode so low, but I forgot we're good to go. Because we're in gyroscope mode. But if you haven't known, Hype Performance Group has been dropped as the developer of the H225. A new developer, wasn't named, at least not that I can tell, has taken over the H225, and they've already pushed out some things with the update that came out a couple weeks ago now. But yeah, really looking forward to seeing what the new developer does. I don't know if it's Togg's Hangar or who it may be, but it was time. I mean, I was kind of talking about that the whole time, the whole year of zero updates, and yeah. Because I always thought it was weird how they... Because Hype Performance Group for a bit, I don't know if it was the one that went completely AWOL from their development team, but they were always trying to blame Asobo for the lack of updates to it. I'm not sure how that works. It's your aircraft. But anyways, just thought I'd mention that. So we should start seeing H225 getting way more support and updates and things like that. Because I don't believe autopilot works on the 225. I could be wrong. But we tried messing with it when I did that video over it when the update originally came out, and all it ever did was really kind of just freak out whenever it was activated. So, but yeah, looking forward to seeing where the H225 can finally go to now that we'll hopefully see more and more updates a lot more frequently than what Hype Performance Group was. Well, they never put anything out until 2 weeks ago. So, but yeah, Hype Performance Group has been removed as a first-party developer of Flight Sim. I had to watch back because they were part of a developer showcase stream before the, sorry, I had to look at the other monitor. They were part of a developer showcase before the sim launched last year, and their helicopter was already broke from their own developers showing it. It took off for about 3 seconds and then lost power and then fell back to the ground. It's like, yep, they already had those issues before the sim released with the H225, so. Because this experience right here is the main reason why I didn't spend a single dollar on anything from them on their third-party content, because it's just like, if this is the quality, then I'm good. Because there was a whole point where Asobo wasn't getting in contact with Hype Performance Group, and now the own developers of Hype Performance Group can't get to the main guy who did the stuff, because he's just disappeared and left them. So, I mean, I feel sorry for everybody else who's worked on that dev team, because it seems like their leadership was kind of the main component to blame on whatever's going on over there for them. So, I mean, hopefully they can turn things around for those of them that were actually working on the stuff and wanting to improve their products, because it just seems like their leadership sucked. But that's my Flight Sim drama news for this week. Oh man, but yeah, I'm really excited for a whole new year of Flight Sim. I can't wait to see what Asobo's been working on, what they have planned, what surprises are in store. Got VR support on the way. Really, I mean, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so awesome to mess with. Because I feel like it's going to be a great experience with it. You know, they're not having to deal with 5 million different PC setups. They don't have to deal with 8 million different VR headsets. It's all just on one platform with one headset. And with what they did with the base sim itself, it's promising to think about what it'll be like with the VR headset as well. I'll be grabbing that here in a couple weeks, because we'll dive into Aces of Thunder, that World War combat flight simulator. We'll be messing with that on PlayStation as well. And see how that goes, unless it gets delayed again, which, who knows, it's a good possibility. I don't know how many times that game's been delayed, so. But either way, I'll have the VR headset regardless if it comes out or not, and then we'll be ready for Flight Sim, so. Oh, you have been there in real life, Kyle? That's awesome. And hello, Eric. Merry Christmas to you. And Merry Christmas, FMJ. Welcome, welcome. And Mooey Christmas. Very nice. Just me. Mooey Christmas to you as well. And Big Chungus, I would like to see more military aircraft released, not by third-party developers, but physically by them. The F4 Phantom by Heatblur is going to be technically like a first-party release. But that'll be coming in next year. So if you're looking for an F4 Phantom from the DCS guys, they're going to be bringing their F4 over to Flight Sim. And Merry Christmas to you, Todd. Welcome to the stream as well. We're almost done with the water part here. Most of it should be land after this. Yeah, perfect. Got through the boring part. I mean, at least the views are still nice on the landscape. I'm just talking about the water. I'm not really a big water fan. I'm all about the mountain. Oh, we got a new flyer with us. Exeral Crow. in a T6 Texan. Very nice. Uh-oh. Yep. I was about to say, that looked like it was going to make a nice meeting with the water there. But yeah, I have some ideas that I want to do with VR. I'm really excited. I mean, it's just, oh, it's so exciting. Oh, man. Just, oh, man. It's going to be awesome. And I believe we're getting our next city update in January, if I remember Jorg correctly. It might be February. No idea where it's going to be yet, though. But we'll see. Well, Heat Blur's made the F-14. That's already in Flight Sim with India Foxtrot Echo, I believe. I think that's who they... Either way. So the F-14 and then the F-4 is their second aircraft. But I believe the F-4 is going to be them specifically only, so... But yeah, it looks awesome from the preview pictures they showed a couple months ago. And then, of course, we're getting Expert Series 2 aircraft, the Embraer Praetor 300. A beautiful-looking private jet, which I'm really hoping is going to be supporting career mode as well. I'm sure it will, because it seems like everything first-party now is finally starting to do that. And I believe Flight FX might be working on that one. I kind of forgot. We haven't talked about the Embraer in a while, but either way, looking forward to seeing the first one from that company in the sim as well. But the Expert Series is ones that are true-to-life aircraft. So I think I believe they're study-level aircraft is kind of the goal for the Expert Series, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see that in the new year as well. So from new planes to new world and city updates to whatever other surprises we got going on, VR support, the marketplace fully functioning with third-party developers in the springtime. Sim Update 5 is shaping up to be very exciting, and then of course whatever else they have planned, maybe some changes to career mode, some improvements there I'm sure. And yeah, so January we'll definitely be diving back into the betas. Can't wait for that. I'm kind of hoping, because I don't know how it'll work on PlayStation, but I'm hoping the beta that we were in can be separate, because then we can have... They need to do that in general anyways. I'd like to see that, where you can reinstall the sim, but it's the beta version, while also having your public version of the sim. I'd love to have two different things on every platform. That would be nice, instead of always having to kind of... Even though I don't really do it anyways, but... Just in general, as a user perspective, it would be nice just to be like, you know what? I want to have this on beta, but today I'm going to do my regular career profile. You know, stuff like that. It would be nice to have it as an option, instead of only having to choose between, okay, if I'm on the beta, I only have the beta build and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. And welcome back to the rocky terrain of Norway. We might already be getting close to Sweden. We'll probably be switching borders throughout the higher peaks. The only other Expert Series is the ATR. That's part of the Aviator Edition, but that is receiving a gigantic update in 26 as well, which will be nice, because then at that point it'll fully be compatible with all the new features 2024 offers, and then from that it'll also be available to purchase separately in the marketplace, which will be nice. And hopefully, again, ATR will be in career mode. I'd love to have that for passenger transport, some cargo missions. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, that was Expert Series 1, and then that is receiving a whole slate of improvements and upgrades in the new year. Because we shouldn't be too far away from that at this point. I mean, they've been talking about the ATR update for quite some time now. Well, it was just a separate thing for the early part on the PlayStation side of thing. I'm just talking about how the beta works on PC and Xbox, where if you join the beta, it's just your actual base sim install, getting into the beta from that. So that's why I was just talking about having... It'd be nice to see it separate. I don't have the F-14. And Merry Christmas to you, Nick. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you. Hopefully you're having a great week. Looks nice with the orange color on the horizon behind the mountains there. Nice. But yeah, whoever's working on the H225 now, I don't know if it's Togg's Hangar, whoever it is, if we can just improve the performance a little bit more, because anytime you switch between internal and external, especially if you're over busier areas, you can run into some stutters by switching the camera. Obviously here it's not too big of a deal, there's not too much loading in, but like when we flew over London, you noticed it a lot. So just, if you're watching, you know. Be nice to see that change it up a little bit. Go up this side of the mountain here. Yeah, it's awesome, Just Me. I mean, it's great in Sim EFB, but when you go to planner.flightsimulator.com, there's even more tools there. I'll use the planner a lot more once they get because they want to add the flight tracker on there as well, so you'd be able to see your plane's position from the planner website. When that happens, I'll definitely be using it a ton, because then I can track my flight on the tablet, phone, whatever, see where it's at, how it's doing, while I'm not around wherever I'm flying. So that'll be a great addition once they get that figured out. Awesome reflections of the mountains there in the water. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, what is... oh my, they do some weird things up in Norway. Oh, shoot. Oh! Okay, we're good. I got so distracted. Oh, that's why I'm on the... Goodness. I got so distracted by the breakdancing car there. Oh my goodness. And I was stuck on the warning light, so I wasn't actually changing the collective. We're good. Everything's fine. Just saying hello to the birds of Norway. Oh, man. Oh, that's cool. Another lake about, what, 400 feet above the sea level there? From all the lovely runoff of the snow. That is a pretty cool peak right here. Nice. Need snowmobiling now. I mean, I'm sure it'll be happening. I'm honestly surprised nobody's made a snowmobile just yet. I was playing GT7 and saw something bouncing in the distance. Turned out to be a kangaroo. Oh, very cool. I see Gran Turismo 7's doing a fantastic, or having a fantastic time now. Tons of concurrent users and stuff like that. I don't know why people are so surprised by it. I mean, Gran Turismo has always been a fantastic thing in its series, so... Because I always see it on social media, oh, I can't believe, you know, this was a surprise. Why? Outside of Forza, I mean, Gran Turismo is probably the most recognizable racing sim out there. Merry Christmas to you, Sean. Hope you're having a good Christmas. Was hoping you can help me with something on the sim. I've been loving doing search and rescue missions on career, but I've done a few, and no more are showing up. So, I'm assuming a lot of your map is covered. So if you click on an airport in career mode, you can actually fast travel and open up the map more and more. And that'll get you having a lot more missions. So, I mean, especially, I don't know where you're doing the missions from, but Mexico is a great place to have a lot. The US and the mountainous areas, typically mountain areas anywhere, especially in Europe, you're going to be finding a lot more of those search and rescue missions. So if you're kind of in a not so mountainous area, you're not going to have too many options. So wherever you're trying to do missions from, try to find some mountainous terrain. If you're doing the hoist missions, those are only on water. So far, Sobo, can we change that, please? I really want to do some hoist stuff, or, like I've been talking about, make it to where if I have a helicopter with a hoist already, let us be the judge of what we want to do with it. Like, if we want to use a hoist on land instead of landing the helicopter, let us do that. I mean, that's the type of stuff I'd like to see change. But either way, mountain terrain is where you're going to be finding most of the search and rescue missions currently. But hopefully you're having a great Christmas, Sean. And happy Christmas to you, Alan. Can we play together? Absolutely, Tom. This is Free Flight. We're up in almost Sweden now. We're heading to Echo Sierra November, Quebec. And then from there, we'll switch out of the helicopter, hop into something else as we make our way over to Santa Claus Village. If you want to join, we're on US West servers and in the Free Flight conditions. So when you're in the Free Flight menu, top right, there's a flight conditions menu. Make sure you're set to all players, and you'll be able to fly with us. We got a few of the viewers with us. We got Snus, Unsafe Wi-Fi, Simon, and then we have I think, why do I always forget the name? We'll see it here once we get past this peak. Hey Paul, Merry Christmas to you. I've learned my lesson with sim rate. Forgot to turn it off on approach and landing. Didn't. Oh no. Yep, you definitely want to have that slowed down. Hopefully you've recuperated that money. Oh, Dio. That's right. Goodness. I don't know how I forgot that. Look at this cliffside, by the way. That's awesome. But yeah, sim rate is a dangerous tool, for sure. Well, actually, the main one was Project Gotham Racing. PGR was the first one before Forza, and then PGR got dropped, and then Forza came out. Forza Horizon for me is boring now. I mean, I loved it in the first 3 or so, but after that, they didn't really change the formula up anymore, and it felt like the same game every single time, and just not too interested in the new one. Unless they actually do some changes to it, but if it just seems like the same game like it has been for the last... Because it's Forza Horizon... Is it 7 or 6? I don't know, whatever the Japan one is. But if it looks exactly like I've played the last plus decade, then I'm good. And then Forza Motorsport is pretty much going on ice now. No more updates to that, which is crazy to see. I mean, it's not surprising. The reboot of Forza Motorsport was, I don't know. I was expecting a lot more from it, especially with how long of a wait it was between... I think it was 5 to the reboot of Motorsport. But, yeah. Because the biggest thing I don't like about Forza Horizon is how fast you get to the best cars. Like, it feels like there's really no progression into it. It's just like, oh, here's a Lamborghini after a couple hours of playing. It's just like, oh, okay. Now I have the fast, I'll just use that for all these races. And, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's just not an exciting series to me anymore. So we'll see what they do with the new one. Because I think the other boring part of it is the way they do the map. How it's always just a certain region. Oh, it's in... Was it in the US at one point? I know it was in Mexico. I know it was in England. I forgot where else they've gone now at this point. I think it'd be better to have a bigger region. Kind of do something like The Crew. Instead of just picking like one specific area. Maybe the other reason that got boring for me is because of Flight Sim. Because, you know, when 2020 came out, it's like, oh man, this is the whole world. So I think that's kind of... Flight Sim has ruined other games for me, where it's just like, this is it. This is the world. Boring. Because that's why I was really confused why Crew went that route with Motorfest. It's like, you went from doing the entire US... Like, why didn't you do all of Europe? I mean, obviously it wouldn't have been full size, but I thought that was their next step. But no, we're doing Hawaii. Okay. What a downgrade from the US map to go from coast to coast. I mean, it was always cool doing that coast to coast race. That would last like 45, 50 minutes depending on what you were driving. That was so cool. And then they're like, no, we're going to Hawaii next. Because, like I said, I was hoping they were going to do The Crew Europe. Be able to do stuff, you know, that type of thing. That would have been awesome, but no. They downgraded and went. I'm assuming that was... Because, you know, Ubisoft hasn't been doing very good lately, so I'm assuming that might be why. But, yeah. Anyways. And Merry Christmas to you, Brandon. Hopefully you're having a great one. And Herminator. Oh, Forza Horizon 6. Yeah, I mean, I fell off after 4. 4 is when I started to realize, wow, they don't really change absolutely anything about this game. It's just a different place to drive it. That's it. Yeah, because they had the whole Drivatar thing where it would be based off your friends driving, so if your friends sucked at driving, their AI would also be terrible at driving, so... I mean, that stuff was cool, but I think that was like the last innovative thing they did with the Forza series. And Merry Christmas to you, Lauren. Hopefully you're having a great one. And Simon, you made a rookie error in career mode yesterday. Put my own aircraft in autopilot and went off to do washing up. Came back and aircraft crashed. I forgot to put fuel in. Oh no. Oh no. That is always definitely an important step for sure. Car X Street and PS5 is the best racing game out right now. Nice. Glad you're enjoying it. Because I know there's, because I know there's a lot of steps with, you know, like trainings, and I mean, because that's why I do like how Gran Turismo does. I haven't played a Gran Turismo in I don't know how long. Just going off of what I've seen, you know, from trailers and all that. I love that. And I love when a game has a pretty hefty progression system. I don't like when it's just something where it's just like, okay, a couple hours you already have great stuff and then you don't really feel like you're progressing anymore. That's why I like Flight Sim. I know a lot of people don't like a grind or a slow progression, but I like it because then I feel like there's something to work towards every time I go into a game. That's why I love when there's a hefty progression system. Because no matter, like, if I'm in the sim for weeks or whatever, it's just like, oh, I'm still working towards this. I'm still working on getting my 737 and our Airbus A320. That type of, like, I love that. Because if I have an Airbus A320 in 3 days, it's like, well, okay. I mean, what am I working toward? You know, now you're at that point, you're just waiting for updates. So, for me personally, I love having a progression system that actually takes some time to get through. Because then it feels like I'm getting my money's worth out of what I bought, and my time worth out of it. Because the other issue too is if you feel like you've gotten to the end point, you're less inclined to come back to it, because it's just like, well, okay, I'll come back when there's an update. And I don't like when a game feels that way. Because I know Battlefield 6, people were complaining about how slow it was to upgrade weapons. It's like, why? Like, let's have something to work towards. And, you know, but that's just my personal opinion. Three biggest things I want from a game is I want it to be fun. I want it to have longevity, which is why I love GTA. Even though I bought that game, let's see, I bought it on the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, the PC. So I think 4 times. Either way, I bought it 4 times. That's besides the point. I know I'm going to get my money's worth out of it because of the amount of time I spend in that. I've had probably 70 plus days of time in GTA. So I want the game to be fun. I don't really care about visuals too much, but if I can have great visuals and the game that I purchase is a blast like Flight Sim is, that's just an added bonus, but graphics are not something that are my main priority. Because that's another thing that went wrong with Forza Motorsport. They're like, oh, look at all the blades of grass that you see on the side of the track. Why do I care about blades of grass when I'm going 120 miles per hour around a track? I don't care about the grass blades on the side. Whenever a developer starts talking more about the graphics and visuals as opposed to the functionality and the tech inside of the main component, like racing around a track, it makes me worried about the game, because it's like, okay, you're talking way too much about blades of grass as opposed to the system that you have in the air, you know, the cars. Okay, well, what I went through, I was saying through, I guess it's two. I want the game to be fun, and I want it to be a game that I can spend countless hours in, are my two main priorities that I want from a game. So, that's my thoughts on it. And it's Tommy Q and a PC6. Welcome to the flight. Glad you found us. There is no livery. It's just the factory livery for the A330 default. There might be some liveries for different variations, like the 200s, but I think most of them are just factory. We actually showed, or saw the, Northern Lights at the beginning of this flight. Hey, FMJ is here as well, nice. But yeah, we saw the Northern Lights at the beginning. I think they look pretty cool. It's always a nice sight. Oh, what is that? Are those animals? Hold up. They're scattering. Are they moose? Okay, hang on, I need to get this situated here. I think they're moose. We got some Swedish moose. And by the way, they have all the migration statistics for animals, so they do migrate throughout the year in the sim. In case you were wondering about that. It's amazing. But very nice. Saw some moose. Hello, Simon. In a Chinook as well. Oh, there's some more. Point the I mean, it's a great hangout for the moose right here. I don't blame them. Malaysia Airlines is only on the 737. I tried to like Forza Horizon 5, but it's boring and they just give you... I mean, that's what I'm talking... Like, it's just, there's no sense of progression there. It's just like, oh, here's a fast car, okay. Why? It's just... I don't know why they... I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm nearly at the point to get a second plane for my freight company. Progression does feel about right. Nice, Paul. I think so too, because I mean, it's just... Progression goes a little bit faster, of course, once you get your own company and start... Because then the credits are starting to roll in much more. And then as you increase your fleet, you'll be able to have your pilots in there creating passive income. So anytime you're doing your own missions and career, you'll be making some extra cash every 24 hours. From those other aircraft. I typically don't have that on though, because I don't want to pay extra for maintenance, because obviously wear and tear is still going to be happening on those flights that the pilots are doing for you. So I mean, it's just maybe have a couple of them on, that way you're not having to worry about maintaining 3 or 4 planes at the same time. Perfect mix of Midnight Club, Need for Speed, and Ridge Racer if you're looking for a straight up fun racing game. Nice. I don't know why, so it's more like an arcade type thing. I don't know why those racing games have really disappeared, so nice to see a bit of a resurgence of that. Man, the latest Need for Speed the multiplayer in that was absolutely horrendous. I didn't really care much about the story either, to be frank, but that was such a disappointment reboot of Need for Speed as well. It's so sad to see, you know, franchises that have done really well and then get a reboot and then it's just not the same anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. But it's happening more and more, it seems. And yep, just me. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, it's just, like I was saying earlier, anytime at those events a developer's talking more about graphics than anything else, it's just like, okay, this is worrying. Because obviously, I mean, again, like I was talking about, if I can get visuals like this in Flight Sim, but also just having an awesome time with the game itself and gameplay, it's an added bonus. But if it was just great visuals and flying around the world wasn't great, it would be a huge disappointment. Thankfully, that's not the case here. But yeah, it's just, it happens too often where it's just like, oh, look how great this game looks. Like, yeah, it looks great, but the gameplay looks absolutely trash. So, what are we getting excited about? You know, it's just... It's like, let's get back to the... Don't get me started with Saints Row, by the way. That was... I'm so mad that... I mean, that was such a bad reboot. That Volition's just gone. All thanks to Deep Silver on that. Oh, we need to make it more hip. We need to make it more... for the younger generation. Okay. Saints Row, a game about gangs, yet we're talking about college debt. Wow. Like, what is... Oh, crap, man. I'm still so mad about that. That was the biggest flop of a reboot ever. All they had to do, I mean, they didn't even have to make a new game. Just make some extra cash by making a remake of Saints Row 2 and put that out on modern consoles. Or if not making a remake, just go with the Saints Row 2 formula and go from that. Because I hated the stupid superhero nonsense. I thought that was stupid. It was funny in the beginning, but then as you got through the game, it's just like, why are the cars driving around? You don't even need that anymore. And it's just, I don't know. The superhero crap was dumb as well. Wasn't a fan of that. Which is why when they were saying it's a reboot, I was really excited to go back to the old Saints Row games that were they're so great. And then they throw that all out and then make what they made. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm mad now. Stream's over, everybody. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you know what? We should have called them reindeer. Keep it in theme. Yep, Dev, exactly. And yeah, we've done the A330. Wait. I'm sorry, there is an A330 with the Malaysia Airlines, isn't there? It's on the thumbnail. I completely forgot about it. It's been a busy week, alright? I completely forgot we just did that with it. So yeah, I think it was a... I forgot which one it was. I know it was a General Electric engine-powered A330 that we picked. It should have been a Dash 300. Make sure you're not picking the freighter versions and picking an actual passenger transport variation of the 330. So yeah, you're right. So there might be a KLM livery as well. Need for Speed Shift and Hot... Oh, I loved Hot Pursuit. Speaking of that, I know people didn't like Battlefield Hardline, but I loved that. The whole cops and robbers thing. I don't know how people disliked it. I don't know what was going on there. It was such a great, fresh take on Battlefield. I loved it. Battlefield Hardline, I was one of the players that enjoyed that game. But anyways, Hot Pursuit was great. I mean, it's weird to me that these companies have the formula. They know what people liked, yet they just go out of their way to make something that is completely opposite of what players want. And then they're shocked. It almost seems like they do it on purpose so they can be like, well, you know what? This didn't go well. Now we have an excuse to shut down a studio and stuff. I feel like that's how it works. They just do it strategically to have the excuse to be like, well, you know what? This didn't go well. We're gonna have to lay off the studio now to kind of recoup. You know, it's just, I wouldn't be surprised if some of that shady nonsense from corporate at some of these big publishers go that route just for that reason. And the GIZ, Merry Christmas to you as well. I'm just downloading this game now. I had a few beers, so probably going to find it hard to fly. Well, probably, but hopefully you still have a fantastic time in the sim. I could never, I mean, I'm a big Rockstar fan, but I could never get into Bully. That was just one game that I never understood the appeal to. But, I mean, if you enjoyed the game, maybe one day you'll get one. But yeah, that's one for me that I don't know, never appealed to me. All I know is I'm ready for... Oh, unsafe Wi-Fi. Is everything okay back there? Just saying hello to the snow. By the way, we're almost to our first stop here of Echo Sierra November Quebec. From there, we'll switch out of the helicopter, probably going to the 404 Titan. Kind of in the mood to fly that. Now I got the hiccups back again. I don't know why every time I fly Flight Sim, I get the hiccups going. Yep, just Red Dead and GTA for me. Bully was just something that I played for a bit, and I turned it off. Because I tried it again when it came with the GTA Plus membership. Just can't get into it. And Herminator, lately for me, the best PC driving game of all time is Motortown Behind the Wheel. I mean, that is cool, because that's the whole thing where there's, like, missions and like, you can actually drive a garbage truck around, and, like, that type of stuff. Do semi-truck mission. It's a really cool concept, for sure. Oh, that... Speaking of test drive, that is exactly the type of game that I'm talking about, where everything in the trailer already didn't look good. That's why I never understood the hype around it before it released. I was just like, this doesn't look good at all. Like, nothing that they released looked fantastic, and then it released pretty poorly. I don't know how it's doing now, but yeah, it's just, the test drive reboot was another one where it's just like, this doesn't look good at all. I'm not sure why people are excited for this. And it comes out, and it was something, I mean, it could have improved by now, but I hardly ever see anybody ever talk about it, so. A good game can struggle due to bad reviews on graphics, no matter how good the gameplay is, which is such a weird mindset to me. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's just such a weird thing to me where it's just like, oh, the game's so fun. The main component of a thing, but oh, there's not enough blades of grass in the ground, so I don't like it anymore. You know, it's just stuff like that is just the weirdest thing. It really is. Appreciate everybody flying with us. I wasn't expecting this many on Christmas Day, so that's awesome to see. Seems like some people have to justify the high cost of the latest graphics card they bought. Yeah, that's... I mean, I don't I'm gonna stick with my 3060 until it pretty much dies on me, because it's handling pretty much everything fine. There's no way I'm going to spend all that money on the latest graphics card every single year, because I think graphics card is getting to TV technology where it's reaching a point of not much differences between each iteration now. I'm sure there might be some slight differences in speed or whatever GPUs do, but I think at this point that tech is plateauing in what the possibilities are. Just like TVs, I mean, 8K I think is useless. I feel like I hardly see 8K anymore. It was there for a bit. 8K is kind of going the same route of 3D. Because, I mean, really, do you really need anything above 4K resolution? Like, how much of a difference between 4 and 8K is there? How much of a difference is there now between a 40 series and a 50 series NVIDIA GPU? I'd mention AMD, but I don't really know their numbering system there. And then how much of a difference is a 50 series card to a 60 series card going to be? You know, it's just, I don't know. Because, I mean, if my 30 series is handling Flight Sim like a champ on PC, I'm happy. I mean, it's just like with my 1080p monitors. If I'm enjoying my experience with what I'm looking at on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox on a 1080p monitor, I'm happy with it. Like, I don't need all that stuff. I want games to be fun, and if I'm really picky, I want a decent frame rate at 60. I don't need anything above 60, because at that point, what's the point? I always see videos where it's like, oh, I'm running 580 frames per second. Who cares? What does that do? I don't care. You know? It's like, if I'm around 60, I'm happy. That's all I care about. Because at this point, you know, I was so used to 30 frames per second, because GTA for the longest time was 30. And then when the Xbox Series X PS5 version came out, and bringing it to 60 frames per second, oh, it was fantastic. Because that was one of the last games where I was consistently playing at that frame rate. But yeah, anything above 60 I don't really care about. As long as I get a nice smooth gameplay, perfect. Hi, I'm gonna get the sim tomorrow. Very nice, Lucas. That's awesome. And Merry Christmas to you, Norfolk. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. I haven't played the new God of Wars, but I have played God of Wars in the past. Because I, you know, had the PlayStation 2, then I had the PlayStation 2 Slim. So I've played those God of War games, but not the recent ones. I used to play Farm Sim, but that's another one that I don't play anymore. The latest Farm Sim was, I think, a disappointment. And I mean, now you can fish, I guess. I don't know what the fascination of adding fishing into every single game is all of a sudden, but I don't know if you can actually legitimately fish yourself. I think it's just a hatchery that you can open. But yeah, I mean, I used to play Farm Sim a lot. It was kind of a main thing on the channel years and years ago. I think during FS17. I think Giants needs some good competition, because I think that's what's going wrong with Farm Sim. I don't know if I said Flight Sim. I hope I didn't say Flight Sim. We're talking Farm Sim. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But anyways, I think Giants needs some competition in that field, because they're getting kind of lazy with that series. They're depending far too much on third-party developers to really do anything with their world. Because I was hoping that with the new Farm Sim, the worlds were going to be bigger and everything, but there's still this. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot of things I want to see changed with that series, and I don't think we're really going to get that until they actually get some stiff competition. Because we've had other farm games come out, but they're just not good, and really nothing that's going to compete with that. Can I ask a question about the Cessna Caravan? I keep failing missions with Overtorque. but the dials are in the green. Is there a certain place? Yes, there's. You need to check the RPM one, because I think the Grand Caravan has a really small one, where the red range is like a pixel. I'll look at it again here when we're on the ground, but we'll kind of dive into it. And Merry Christmas to you, Ben. Hope you're having a great one. 8K is good for sports stadiums. That's about, I mean, yeah, exactly. Tech's already stagnant with phones, TVs, consoles, PC, or any tech. In the next years, we will only see better performance or stability with almost the same fidelity. Yeah, I mean, that exactly. I mean, there's so little changes happening now. I mean, you got, with phones, it's battery life, or a bit of changes to the screen. With consoles, I mean, I'm glad to see that the consoles are having a longer life cycle. Because if the PS5 can last till 2030, that's awesome. And I feel like that's kind of the goal here. I think doing another upgrade at this point is pointless. Or another iteration of the PlayStation. Because again, it all goes back to longevity. Like, I want to buy something and I know I'll be able to use it for an extended amount of time. It isn't, let me buy this and then a year later, oh, here's this. That's why I don't get into Call of Duty anymore either. It's just, I don't want to buy the same game every 6 months. It's just the funniest thing to me. People complain about the current Call of Duty. Oh, this is terrible. Then they're like, oh, the next one's going to be it. This is going to be the Call of Duty that brings everything back. Everybody's excited. That one comes out. Oh, this is terrible. I hate it. I like the last one that I complained about. You know, it's just that whole cycle is always funny to me. But that is why, with games, with stuff I buy, monitors, peripherals, tech, I want it to last me a while. Because if I can get 10 years out of a monitor before it dies on me, or even more of it, like if I'm using my 1080p monitor in the year of 2038, and it still functions like it does today, I'll still be happy. Even if there is a 25K TV monitor out there, and I'm still on 1080p, I'll be thrilled. You know, it's just, I want longevity from things I buy. I don't need a new console or a new next generation one every 3 or 4 years. It's pointless. I mean, if we can get this level of detail and performance out of new games that are so intensive on hardware, and it still runs like this, then we're golden. Keep going with it, and then maybe 2030, we can get the PlayStation 7 or 6. Forgot what PlayStation this is. The PlayStation 6. And I'm still up in the, I mean, I need to see what Xbox is planning, because I'm so confused with all of that. Because to me, it sounds like it's just going to be a PC, and I don't want a console that's running Windows. Because I don't want to deal with drivers, I don't want to deal with all this other nonsense. I just want a closed operating system that I'm not having to deal with any other nonsense. That's why I have a console. I'm not going to get a PC console to deal with the same things I deal with on PC. Pass. It's just because if that's the Xbox goal, I'm not buying that. Because I already have a PC. And I don't want a hybrid console PC thing where you're dealing with that same nonsense. I mean, that's the main reason why consoles exist. It's a plug-and-play thing. I'm not dealing with anything on the side. I have a game, it works, and it's done. I'm not having to do this and have this and that. No interest whatsoever in that. That's why I'm kind of sick and tired of Xbox talking about, oh, you know, we want to be more open to this. I don't care. I don't want a handheld tablet that's running Windows, because I don't want to deal with drivers, etc., and everything else. It's just, go away. If the next Xbox is not just a full-on console, then I'll happily pass on it, because it's just, I don't need 2 PCs. It's pointless. But anyways, let me catch up with chat here. I want to fly with you, but we don't have the marketplace yet on PS5, and my planes feel naked without liveries. Well, again, that'll be in springtime with Sim Update 5's release, where you'll have liveries, planes, helicopters, airports, all that good stuff to purchase. Having an amazing one, Ben. Hopefully you are as well. Next airport, Mr. Sir, is Echo Sierra November, Quebec. Which you can see right there off our front nose. Echo Sierra November, Quebec. ESNQ. Me and my cousin used to argue about 4K and 1080p, which I play on though. My TV is 4K. I just think 1080p is better for me. I mean, again, don't take anything I'm saying as, oh, if you have 4K, that's dumb. I mean, I'm not saying that. I know 4K is nice. I have, you know, for TV, whatever. I'm just talking about if I have something that still works, I'm going to keep using it until it breaks on me. Because I don't want to just buy something new when I know what I already have works, is what I mean by it. So, just want to clarify that. If you have it on 4K and you love it, I'm glad you do, and I hope you continue to enjoy it. You know, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm anti-4K. Got the game last night. Gosh, there is a lot to deal with. I love it. That's awesome, Ken. Glad you're enjoying the sim. That's awesome to hear. Hook fishing, new certification, yes. Put your helicopter in hover mode and fish out of the Alamo Sea in San Andreas. That's right. Microsoft Flight Simulator with a Grand Theft Auto 5 collaboration, bringing the world of San Andreas to Flight Sim. And now you can fish there as well. And I'm glad I'm not alone, though, with that, just me. I'm glad I'm not alone with that. That's like Train Sim World. You buy the latest one and a few months down the road. Yeah, that's the thing that that's why I'm so glad Dovetail did not continue on with the Flight Sim World. Because it would have just ended up being the same thing like they do at Train Sim World. And it's so disappointing too, because it could be such a cool train sim. Instead of them releasing a new one every year, it could just be Train Sim World and then expand it. Do it like American and Euro Truck Sim, where you get more states or countries, if it's in Europe, whatever the case may be, with more railroad yards. I mean, it doesn't have to be to a T 100% realistic with a route that's going on. Just make it to where the world expands and you have more train routes, longer ones, unique ones through mountains and stuff. That would be because then I'd be more interested in it. But that's why I don't play Train Sim World, is for the fact where it's just like, oh, here's Train Sim World 7 with nothing really changed, but spend more money on it. And, you know, it's just that whole thing they have going on there is the weirdest concept. And I'm honestly surprised it's still around. Or that nobody else has done it. Asobo, let's make Microsoft Train Sim. Using all the data here, flatten out the... Oh, you know how cool that would be? Oh, that would be sweet. Oh, man. I mean, they could probably do it, too. Because they have the technology to just kind of... Because they can make it to where, based off satellite imagery or just data in general, because I'm sure they already have that data anyways regarding railroads, where they could make it to where all the railroads are usable, going through towns and everything like that. And, oh man, that would be awesome. Because then you could just do trains anywhere in the world, Europe, Asia, Japan, US, have all the different things going on. I mean, they would put Train Sim World just out of business at that point. That would be cool. And then I would dive into it for sure. It's like, oh, let's do an Amtrak route from Chicago to Denver. Have that going. I mean, that would be an experience right there. But yep, and I mean that's exactly what keeps me away from it. It's just Dovetail's route of going about things is the oddest thing to me. When Black Ops 6 was out, they hate Battlefield 2042, but now Black Ops 7 is hated, and Battlefield 6 is loved. See? It's the circle of life. Even though now people are already complaining because the ones that play it 24/7, I guess, unlocked everything already. So now they're like, well, what do I progress to? And see, that's my thing. I'm just saying, because that's the other reason I don't like to rush through everything either. Because, you know, you can use sim rate and all that stuff in career mode, but I don't want to rush through career. But again, it's personal preference. If people want to do it, that's fine. But that's why I like that Battlefield. I haven't played Battlefield in a little bit. I haven't even touched any of it in the past month, because I know they did. I hate the New York map. That's probably why I didn't even bother going into it, because I know they did a winter one. Most of the maps I'm not a very big fan of, actually. Any of those city maps are garbage in Battlefield. Which is not a fan of that. It's crazy to me how Nintendo does not lower their prices, because I think everything that's been out for years now is still $60 or something. It's crazy how they are set in stone with the pricing of their games. My car is 24 years old. People today see everything like a new iPhone, etc. disposable, which is a shame for future generations, as they will be left with nothing in long term. And the funny thing is, for me personally, it's so frustrating that car manufacturers just do not make basic cars anymore. I don't need automatic tailgates. I don't need automatic windows and 500-inch screen TVs in the dash. Just give me a simple radio. Even put in a CD player if you want. I don't care. I don't need that either. Give me a steering wheel, 4 wheels, a basic car that isn't an 8-row SUV that holds 500 square feet of space. I just want a nice, simple car that costs under $20,000. Because car prices are just ridiculous at this point. And it's all because of all this added nonsense that I don't care about. I don't need all this tech in a car. So keep up with that 24-year-old car. Hopefully it's still hanging on for you. Because I want manufacturers to make those types of cars again. I don't need all this, because the only reason they're adding all this random crap is because then you keep coming back because it all breaks. Oh, the motor for my automatic door opener is broken now. Oh, this is broke. Oh, that broke now. Oh, the TV's not working anymore. So now I can't change the air conditioning because it's all digital. It's just so dumb. Give me knobs. I don't need all this to be on a stupid touch screen. It's just... oh, it's so frustrating. Car manufacturers, man, make some basic standard cars again. I don't need all this tech in it. Go away. Unbelievable. it's just so annoying. It really is. I want true backwards compatibility console that I can play from PS1 games straight up to the next generation consoles. I don't like buying new consoles all the time. I mean, yeah, because it's a big price thing. I mean 800 or 750, whatever the Pro was that I bought before October, before, you know, Flight Sim Beta and all that stuff. It's a lot of money. So I want that $700 to last. I mean, obviously, I'm a year into it, so I'm already getting a year left. But in general, if a new console comes out, I want to spend that money and get my money's worth for as long as possible, as opposed to just rushing into something else, you know? Does autopilot work now? I don't think it does. I don't know autopilot on the H225 anyways. Plus, if I hit autopilot on with 1 and 2... oh god, I just hit something else. Well, that's gone now on the screen. Maybe it does. Altitude hold. Because I don't think it's functional just yet. But again, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just doing whatever it wants to do. But like I was saying earlier, High Performance Group has been dropped from this. A new developer, they haven't named who's working on it just yet, has taken over the H225, so we should be seeing a lot more improvements way faster now, so... But again, I could be doing something wrong with autopilot. I'm not familiar with it. I've just been hand flying the whole time. thanks to the lovely gyroscope mode. And Jay, I'm sorry, it's broken for you. I mean, that's the other thing that's ridiculous too, is they expect players to move to these other train sim worlds every year, and then it's not a good experience. So hopefully it'll get fixed for you though. Merry Christmas, Barry. Hopefully you're having a great one. I had to buy a new PlayStation 5 controller due to stick drift in the 12 years of playing PS4. I never had to buy another PS4 controller. It's my opinion, but PS5 controllers are junk. I mean, I was having that experience with Xbox, the Xbox Series X controller. I went through 3 of them. Last year, I got a new controller, used it for about 2 weeks, and it had stick drift. So after that, I quit buying the official ones, and I bought a $20 or $15 cheapo wired controller that I've had for 2 years now, and never an issue. And it also has Hall effect analog sticks and triggers for 20 bucks. Because I got sick and tired of spending $80 for, or $70, whatever the controllers are now, and getting stick drift in such a short amount of playtime. I couldn't believe it. I was so annoyed. I was like, it's been 2 weeks and I have stick drift. What is this? So at this point, I don't even buy the official Xbox controller anymore, and it doesn't seem like I have to buy another one. But it's pretty sad that a $15 wired controller is better than the premium actual controller that Microsoft makes. So far, no issues with mine. After hundreds of hours, I mean, obviously I'm using gyroscope, which is another bonus, not always having to use the analog stick. But I mean, if that ends up happening, well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, we'll see what happens, but so far so good on the PlayStation side. We'll see. But I know the pain, because it's just, I'm not going to keep sinking money into this crap controller and it gets stick drift after a couple of weeks. It's like, what is this? So frustrating. And I know it's hit or miss. I mean, some people might not have an issue, so it's just really all dependent on luck, I guess. But thankfully my $15 controller has been perfect. It would be cool if they had an option to complete the career mode quick for those people that want it like that, so there's no complaints and every party is happy. I mean, the thing they need to do is just make it to where you can do missions in free flight, and then that way it just eliminates the need of changing career mode at all. That way if people want to just do a random firefighting mission, they can just do it. Because I know people have been wanting that. I'm still not sure why. I mean, instead of progressing to something, you just do a mission and then it's like, well, that's that. You know, it's just, but again, however people want to play, they can. So I feel like that would be the best way to do it. Just add some random things you can do in free flight and have it that way. Because I don't want them changing the progression in career mode. I want it to stay the way it is. Just have one backwards compatibility console updating to just play all games. And all new games or old games, just download updates to get new stuff and continue playing with each. Very nice, Dev. Very nice. We need a good ship sim on console. I was really excited about Seafarer, but I don't know. That was very limited in what it does too. Honda Civic for the W. See, there we go. And of course, Simon, you know, it's Christmas. It's the holiday spirit. So, come on, manufacturers. Get your crap together. Give us some cheap, basic cars. Consoles, let's go ahead and not make them PCs. And whatever else we talked about. And no. PS5 Pro does not struggle. I just did a 4-hour career flight from Colorado to Cuba, little flight to Havana, and it never kicks up the fan or is struggling at any point. It handles it just like my 7-hour airliner flight that I did during the beta a while ago. I was just kind of flying that around, letting it run, see how everything was handling it. No issues whatsoever. Can't control my heli with laughing. Oh, good, Simon. Honda Civic is a great car, especially gas mileage, and very reliable. I mean, that's the other thing, too. It's like, I want a car that, again, I get the longevity. Today's word is longevity. I want a car where if I fill it up, it lasts me a while. Give me that fuel, because I don't need a powerful car. I mean, don't get me wrong. Corvette Stingrays, Lambos, all that stuff look really cool. But why would I want it as a car, especially in the States? Why do I want to go from red light to red light in a high-performance car going 20 miles per hour in stop-and-go traffic? It's just, I don't understand the appeal of it. And give me a nice, simple sedan with 30, 40 miles per gallon, and we're good. Done. Because like I was saying, you know, those high-performance cars are really cool, but I could never see myself buying one, especially here in the States. Because what am I going to do with it? Watch me go from this red light to the next red light in my $80,000 supercar. I don't know. Don't get the appeal. I have a manual transmission BMW E46 Touring 330D, 55 miles per gallon and 200 plus horsepower, and it's a beautiful thing to look at. I couldn't have a modern car with touchscreens. I hate new cars. Nice, missed Apex. That sounds awesome. When you fly helis on PS5, do you find that you have to toggle out of gyroscope and back to recalibrate it? No. I haven't turned off gyroscope the entire time we've been flying for an hour and 42 minutes. This is the same setting that I've set the gyroscope to since we started it. And haven't really noticed that at all with anything that I've been flying with a gyroscope. That issue was prevalent in the beta. You know, where you'd hold it and after about a minute you're holding the controller upside down to maintain a level flight. But I've not experienced that since they fixed it in the beta. It's been nice and smooth since. But yep, this entire flight I have not messed with gyroscope on and off at all. It has just been on this entire flight. And such, yep, exactly. I talked about that in my career video. It's falling apart, folks. But yeah, the video I just posted over the weekend talking about what I'd like to see in the future of it, I do mention safe flight. It should be possible. I mean, all this stuff is in the cloud. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. I'm hoping it'll be, because, you know, not everybody can do a full flight. It's like, I want to do a couple hours on this, and go to work or whatever, let me save it, and then when I come back, start up the flight again and finish. That would be just fantastic, and I really hope that's something that's in the works for sure. Can you replace sticks on the Portal? I really don't know how that all works, honestly. But nice Apex, very nice. I mean, Hall Effect is the way to go, because then you don't have to worry about stick drift. Which is why I don't know why the manufacturers of Xbox and PlayStation just don't put Hall Effect in the base controls. Because the only thing because with PlayStation it's going to be different for me. With Xbox I don't care about going away from the normal one. But with PlayStation I'm needing gyroscope controls. I want the speaker built into it because I actually use that speaker a lot more than I thought I was going to. And the adaptive trigger. I like those features that come with the DualSense one, so I'm hoping I don't run into stick drift, especially since I don't use the analog sticks too much, since I'm in gyroscope mode a lot of the times. But yeah, I mean, if those other controllers can use that functionality too, then great, but if not, I'll probably be sticking with the actual default one, because the gyroscope controls are awesome. I mean, again, Flight Sim never was discounted at all on Xbox and PC throughout the first year. It still never is. And I don't think it ever will be. Because, I mean, Flight Sim's a bit different because you're paying for all those extra planes, which is kind of the reason why those prices never drop. But once you're in the sim, they do a lot of marketplace sales. So I wouldn't hold out on a sale for the base sim. I don't see that happening. The only time the sim goes on sale is if it's the older one, like 2020 is cheaper. But the base one, or the active sim, is going to be pretty much the same price. Because I've never seen it discounted. Very nice. Look at that, an hour and 40 minutes in the H225. It's just so nice flying this thing. It really is. But we're going to go ahead and switch out to another aircraft. But before we do that, I'm going to showcase the Grand Caravan to kind of let you see what you need to pay attention to regarding over-torquing the aircraft. Ships at sea next year. Nice. I'll have to look into it. My PS5 has been on for 13 hours today. Still fine. Nice, Simon. Very nice. But alright, so this is... Hang on, let me clear all this stuff out here. And again, if you're on PlayStation and want to join us, we are now at the airport of Echo Sierra November, Quebec is the airport we're currently at on US West servers with flight conditions set to all players. So that's where we're at currently. I think we're good. So let's start this on up. And again, I still get questions like this. How do I turn off the flashlight? So if you're in a plane like this, you'll just want to turn on some of the lights inside. And then from there, your flashlight will be off. Because you also don't need a floodlight on, just as long as you have any of the backlights on. That's how you disable the flashlight. It's just on in the beginning. That way you can actually see something, because if the flashlight wasn't on, you'd have a hard time finding the buttons on everything. So, always like to mention that as well. But this... Uh-oh. Yeah, I was about to say, I think we just crashed. We have crashed because somebody wanted to see the RPM on the Grand Caravan, so we can all blame that viewer. I'm just kidding, but anyways, we'll go back into it and I'll show it. We'll just spawn on the runway so I don't have to boot it up. Got a 94 F350 7.3 liter turbo diesel with 75,000 original miles, no rust, just got undercoated. Kept very, very nice. Basic as you got 5-speed manual transmission. The only thing modern really is the radio. Nice, Chungus, very nice. That town they moved a church? Nice. That whole concept. Like, I always love watching those videos and stuff where building full structures are lifted and moved. That's just so fascinating to me that that's possible. Like, it's just so cool. I love that. I have a modern car, but it does not have the touchscreen. Everything is controlled with a scroll wheel. Oh, nice. An Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Nice. I just think the touchscreen stuff in a car is dumb. It's like, just give me the regular knobs and we're good. Why can't we have Microsoft Transport Sim? Planes, cars, trains, boats. I mean, I'm fine with that too, Paul. And Catarix, hello, welcome, welcome. Just got this from the wife for Christmas. 2 hours in and loving it so far. That's awesome. Glad you're having a blast with the sim. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And Bushcraft, hello. All right, so let me do this again. There we go. Oh, things have filled up over here. I love it. Nice. So again, we're going to just spawn on the runway here, and then I'll showcase the RPM, and then we'll switch to... I think we're going to go for the Titan. Maybe. So right here, the torque is what you're going to be looking at. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button, no wonder, hang on. Let's see, when you're and then once it's flashing red and white. Hang on. Pause. So that's what you're looking for. That's where you'll see the over torque on the Grand Caravan. Is your middle screen. And then once it's flashing red and white like that, that's when you're wanting to bring that on back. Because everything else can look green. Prop RPM can be a little bit in the green, but the torque. The other way you can fix that too is, of course, bringing your RPM down. Which once it cools off, you can have that going there. But if you wanted at 100% RPM for takeoff, you can, of course, just make sure you don't go full throttle, just kind of have that relatively set, and you'll be good to go for takeoff. Mixture can also probably adjust that as well, actually. Probably go low idle. And that's how you avoid the over torque penalty in career mode on the Grand Caravan. Alright, so... nope, I don't use a mouse. I have that set personally. I made up a little custom keybind on the controller bind, I should say. I can show it to you real quick. So just type in zoom and controls. And then unzoom cockpit view, I hold triangle and then left on D-pad. Zoom cockpit view, hold triangle, and then right D-pad. I did the same for external view, unzoom and zoom. Same button layout, just for external camera. And that's it. But yep, I mean, honestly, I don't use keyboard or mouse at any point on console. I'm always just fully on controller. Alright, Snus, thanks for flying with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I bought the PS5 Microsoft Flight Sim on the 8th of December when it came out here in the UK. Played it a few times with the controller, but my question is, which flight controls is best to use with PS5. So, peripheral-wise, the only thing right now is the Thrustmaster T-Flight is HOTAS 4, but in the new year, we're going to be getting a lot more peripherals from everybody. So, the options will be plentiful in 2026, I'm sure. Love the Titan. This thing is just an awesome plane, too. Oh, okay. I thought it was turning off for a second. I was really confused. Alright, so let's go ahead and have the... Oh, no, we'll not turn on autopilot just yet. And Slavic, you are welcome. And we will, Snus, we will. Not too much further to go here. And nice, Thomas. I mean, especially when... I can't underestimate how much I enjoy the DualSense on Flight Sim here. It's just so good. The gyroscope alone is just awesome. Just the control you have over these aircraft. Should have done this on the ground here, but, you know, why not make it more difficult on ourselves? Slavic, it should be partnered with Sim Update 5, which is planned for spring. Regarding a VR release. Is kind of the target date. Or target time frame, I should say. And yeah, Bushcraft, I mean, just stick with gyroscope, kind of fly with that for a little bit, get used to it. And then if you still want to switch out from that next year, I would definitely just kind of wait. If you're wanting something a bit more, I don't know how you would say it, for not in-depth, but more features with the, because there's a lot of different peripherals out there, of course. So the Thrustmaster T-Flight HOTAS 4 is a great one, especially for folks that are wanting to not spend too much on a flight stick. So I know I have asked this before, but I keep struggling as I try to apply your teachings. I'm struggling with landing. How do you just do it? Reduce your speed and descend to land. So, we'll just use this airport here as a demonstrator. I watched a tutorial before, but I put the game on. Probably saved me a couple of weeks. Thanks, man. Oh, you are welcome. Glad the tutorials are helping out. That's awesome. So right now we're going 180 knots, which is not where we want to be at for a landing. We're going to go ahead and bring our power on back. Not that far back. By the way, hang on, I need to change my audio settings because I have it set to... Because when I'm doing career, I don't have any audio on. I just have it through the controller, which is why I like the speaker in the controller. So I have all the ATC going through so I can hear it when I'm not around. Let me turn that back on so you can actually hear all that. And that warning is only because we're getting to a certain RPM and below. So you turn that off by deploying your gears. So that's all that's there for. But for now, we'll just kind of stick around here. Keep bringing our airspeed down. We're probably going to hit for about 120 knots, I'd say. And then once we get on final, we'll lower it a little bit more from there. So right now we have no flaps deployed or anything. We're just doing a nice little pattern around the airport. And Canadian guy, right now we are in Sweden. I believe we're in Sweden now. At the airport of Echo Sierra November Quebec. Kiruna. Yep, Echo Sierra. Here, I'll make it a little bit bigger too. But Echo Sierra November Quebec ESNQ is where we are currently at on US West servers, with flight conditions set to all players. Alright, so now we'll turn, kind of make our way towards the airport a little bit. We're not going to go directly towards it, we'll just fly alongside of it, right, co-pilot? I'm going to deploy the gears so we can start lowering these speeds. We'll get our first notch of flaps in, which you'll see they'll just slide out. And that's pretty much all we're going to stick with. I don't need to go too much further with flaps. I think we'll be fine with that. So we'll just do a landing with one notch. We have our gears down already. And you can see we're at about 120 knots here, which is fine for now. We'll start bringing that power back a little bit more as we get closer, because obviously we don't want to stall out. So again, quick recap, our gears are down. We have one notch of flaps. And we're maintaining around, oh, now we're down to about 100 knots, which is fine. And then the other key thing is those 4 lights there. You see how it's 2 white, 2 red? That means we're on the correct glide slope, the correct altitude on entry. If that was 4 white, we would be too low. If it was 4 white, we would be too high up. So we want to see that the whole time. I accidentally hit the gears there. I'm going to keep bringing our power back. Get into the glide slope again. I'll keep this zoomed in so you can see our speed there. There's 100 knots. See, now we're a little below the glide slope, so instead of pulling up, we're going to just stay level, and we'll meet the glide slope again that way. Keep bringing that power back. We'll probably stick around 100 knots. Of course, each plane's going to be different with the speed you're wanting to land at, or if you're flying a tail dragger, you're going to want to float more, and you can be at a much slower speed because the stall speed of a tail dragger, especially like a Cub, is really, really low because of how light it is. It can float for a while. I know we're lower than I want to be, but I was too busy talking, but that's fine. We'll still hit the sweet spot. We got over the threshold. Now I'm going to pull back on the power completely and idle it. And then from here, don't force the plane down. Pull the nose up a little bit. Let the plane lose its airspeed, and it'll slowly make its way to the ground for a gentle landing such as that. And that's how you get a nice smooth landing. But alright, let's head on over to... oh crap, now it's not even... Uh-oh. I don't even have it on my map here now. That's not great. Well, I know it's somewhere over here, so I'll have to look at that. And Whiskey with the $9.99. Oh my goodness, thank you so very much. Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully you're having a great one, Whiskey. Very much appreciate that. Hopefully you're having a great one. My goodness. I always feel so bad when I don't reply to those right away, because I'm just, you know, I was so focused on that. But thank you so very much. That is amazing. I'm glad you enjoy the content enough to do that. Absolutely awesome. Put this in altitude hold mode. But yeah, regarding flaps, so up on the D-pad raises the flaps, down on the D-pad lowers the flaps. Yep, and then the way I do throttle is I don't just... Oh, I'm grabbing the Xbox controller because that's right next to me. So what I do with throttle is I'm not holding the buttons, because if you hold it, you see how it's really fast. I'm always, no matter what I'm flying, helicopters, planes, airliners, I'm always tapping the buttons. It gives you way more control as to what's going on. So this is just me tapping circle over and over and over again. Well, let's say I want to go down a little bit more here. Great, we'll do that. I need a little bit of power, I just tap X. If I need to just get a little bit of power in there, that's how I manage the throttle. I'm just tapping X and circle depending on where I'm wanting to go with increase or decreasing the power. I'm never holding X and circle because it's too much. I don't like it. So I'm always just tapping it, gives you way more control over what's going on. And yeah, that's it. And hopefully that'll lead you to some nice landings yourself. Must be over here on the left. By the way, how are we doing here? Oh, we're doing fantastic. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. We have that on. Surprisingly, we have... Well, now to deal with de-icing because there's no clouds to fly through, which is good. Hey, it's Kiwi Flyer flying with us. And there's Paul. Very nice. Welcome. Oh, and Mr. Sirs made it. Nice. Didn't even see that. Nice. But again, big thank you to Whiskey for the $9.99. That's just so awesome to see that. And Zenith. Hi all, Cowtown, and happy Christmas to you all. Happy Christmas to you. Hopefully you're having a great one. I always fly with a gyroscope. I'm not using the analog sticks to fly. I'm using the built-in motion controller in the DualSense, which you activate with L1 and L3, so the left bumper and the left stick click. And that is how I fly everything in this sim. It is fantastic. I bought, Chase Plane, and I regret buying it. I'm not a fan of my $30 I spent on that, because it came out for 2024. The UI sucks with that. Don't like it. cinematic mode has these just hard camera switches where it just doesn't look cinematic at all. Like, I'm not happy with it, and I'm sad I spent $30 on it. I just thought about it because I do everything with showcase camera, get those other perspectives. But yeah, was not impressed with that program at all. Because I was originally going to do a video over it, but yeah, I uninstalled that. And Kiwi Flyer! Happy Christmas, even though Christmas was yesterday for us, as it's 7:39 here on Boxing. Well, hopefully you have a fantastic Boxing Day, Kiwi. I was gonna make like a knockout joke, but you know, it's probably overplayed at this point. When are they gonna start releasing add-ons? Spring. Springtime with Sim Update 5. Because again, the marketplace is gonna be seeing, I think, significant changes from what we have now, which I'm hoping will be very nice changes. I'm hoping for a UI refresh in the marketplace as well, because I don't like navigating it currently. It's just so funny, the sun never rises over the horizon, which is just always almost there. What is this, by the way? I think this is our weather radar. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Nice. Not gonna see anything on it, but still cool seeing all these weather radars functioning. Oh, I guess it would also help if I know I'm going the right way, because I didn't reset this anymore. So I need to figure out where Santa Claus is here. Oh, Santa! Alright, so there's a big... Okay, so it's down here-ish. I think it's right here. Oh, yeah, there it is. We found Santa. Alright. Easy enough. Echo, Foxtrot, Romeo, Oscar. Let's go ahead and... Oh, hang on, I'll reset. Can't wait for that glitch to be fixed as well, where everything kind of turns on and off and back on randomly. You know what, we'll type it in. Hopefully it figures it out at some point. Echo. Foxtrot. Romeo. And Oscar. Enter, activate. We'll get our GPS position back here as well. So I think we need to go to the right just a little bit more. And yeah, Zenith, having a great day, no doubt. Picked this up for PS5 a few days back. Love it. Oh, that's awesome, Toxie. Very nice. It's so... I mean, I love that. Hey, Mr. McQueen is here now as well. Nice. Welcome. And FMJ is in an A10. Nice. I saw you doing some C-17 stuff as well. Oh, that's what I'm so excited to see so many people talk about how they're having a blast with the sim. It's so good to see that. Not the Kenmore Air King Air livery. I like the Kenmore Air. It's always been one of my favorites from the fake airline companies that's the Sims always had. World Travel was always, I think, my second most used one. He'll be putting his feet up with a wee dram of whiskey by now. Oh, see? There we go, Paul. Are you using a mouse or that your controller button's clicking? Everything is with a controller. Yep. The only time I ever had a mouse and keyboard plugged in is when people wanted to see mouse and keyboard in the beta. But I only use a controller 100% of the time. But see, now we have our GPS set up. Let's go ahead and pop over to the left. Get nav mode on here. And then that way the plane will take care of our direct route, even though it doesn't matter. We were getting to it with the heading that we had, but... I'm gonna have to go. I will look out for the Cessna Caravan as I need to learn that torque thing, or how to fly it properly. Enjoy the rest of your day. And you were here for that, right, Norfolk? You saw me showcase the torque stuff and what to change? Hopefully you did. But enjoy the rest of your evening, Norfolk. Have to fly when stuffed with full of Christmas dinner. Well, that means it was a fantastic dinner then, FMJ. And Brian, Merry Christmas to you as well. Hopefully you had a great one, Brian. Welcome to the stream. Okay, perfect, Norfolk. Perfect. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. Which, by the way, how far are we from this place? I don't think we're too far away. And then heading mode should turn off, nav mode will take over. And we will turn to the left. We actually got quite a distance to go. Also, let me get that route in from our avionics. No? You don't want to do it? Fine. Oh, not too bad. I mean, we're just going right here, so... Probably take about 20-30 minutes, maybe? But now we're in nav mode. You can see heading mode has disengaged, so we are going to be following our waypoint. And again, if you're in nav mode and you have turns and everything in your flight plan, the plane would be doing those turns for you. You're not having to put any input in personally. And Corey, I'm having issues unlocking the cargo company for PlayStation 5. I have the light cargo spec unlocked, but can't figure out what else to unlock. I also keep flying cargo missions, but it stays stuck at 4 on 5. So, if I'm not mistaken, you have to score 5 missions with A or above on the rating. So if you're not getting another A, I'll have to look at the specializations again. That might be the case, but the other thing too is, have you completed the medium cargo mission in Japan? It's the gold missions, because if you haven't done that yet, you're not going to be able to start the company or see other missions for it just yet. So in the world map, I would check the... Well, you said you are 4 or 5, so it should be something specific with... I think you have to have a certain rating on light cargo. I'll have to look again when we're done here. Hello, people. Merry Christmas for all ya. Very nice. Mogul, welcome to the stream. Merry Christmas to you. Anyone grow up playing these from like MSFS1? Such a difference. I started with Centuries of Flight. That was my first flight sim. But yeah, just a little bit different from the first one to now. In case you wanted an up-close look of the instrument panel here. But this right here, I love this. The steam gauges are just so much cooler than the glass cockpits. And don't get me wrong, you know, I use the PC-24 and the Vision Jet and all that. But nothing beats this look. I love it. And now it's getting a little bit dark. Let me figure out where it might be above us. Yep. We'll go for 10% on that just as we get further into the darkness here. And I don't think we have to worry about anything here. Although, what is this? Lights, night and day. Let's see if I have this set up right. Maybe these are lights, actually. Oh, they are. Sweet. Put everything up to some percentage. Nice. Oh, there's an airport right in front of us. Hold up. May as well do a quick little touch and go landing here. Is medium freight a separate company, or can you just buy a bigger plane in the light freight company? So the way it works is you'll see the other aircraft that you can use for medium, heavy, super heavy cargo. They'll just be locked, but you still have to do the initial mission for that separate thing. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my seat here. So yeah, when you do light cargo, there's a mission for that to start it off and have the missions and all that. Then, because you don't have to spend extra money for medium cargo, but you still have to do that initial mission in Japan for medium cargo, and then wherever the mission will be for heavy and super heavy when we get those finally. So yeah, I mean, once you have cargo, you're not having to start a separate company for it. You'll just unlock those extra aircraft in that list. Can't wait to fly the DC-3 in VR. That'll be sweet. And Ghost just got Flight Sim today, and I was wondering how to make the turning more easier. I'm not sure what that means by that. For turning, you bank to the right or left, and you level out, and the plane will continue turning. Because I'm not putting any other input in here. You can see we're level on the yoke, and that's how you turn. You let the plane do it. You're not having to do too much with that. Because, I mean, if you just go full left and hold it and everything like that, or full right and hold it, you're going to run into issues like this. So don't do that. It's just all about nice, gradual movements. You're not having to put too much input into it. So again, do a little right input. Level out the yoke, and the plane will keep that bank and continue to turn like that. And that's it. That's all there is to it with turning. Kyle, yeah, I've seen that a few times with the, because I know they just got a 737 too, if I'm not hey, it's Whiskey! Hello! Welcome to the in-sim world as well. Happy to have you here. Alright, back to my landing here. Get our first notch of flaps, which we'll just stick with that. I don't need anything else. Pretty much perfect weather conditions right now with live weather. At least I think I am live, right? Oh, I'm not live this whole time? Oh my goodness gracious. It looks exactly this. Okay, so we weren't missing out on anything. So it's still good. It's still great weather conditions. I didn't realize I wasn't live the whole time. That's okay. So again, I'm just going to position here so you can see our airspeed. Trying to adjust this. There we go. That'll work right there. So we'll hit around that 100 knot range again. Make sure we're on the glide slope, the 2 white and 2 red lights, which that means we're perfect. Again, 4 red would mean we're too low, 4 white would mean we're too high. Already go idle there. We're going to flare, pull the nose up, and then again, we're not going to force the plane down. Keep the nose up. And a little bit of stutters there for some reason. And that threw everything off. Hang on, I'm going to do one more. Might have been multiplayer stutters on that. Let me do one more here. Because that was throwing me completely off here. I mean, regarding crosswinds, I haven't really run into anything too specific. I don't know if that's happening with the Grand Caravan still, but everything that I've been flying, I haven't really had to deal with it. Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully don't get the multiplayer stutters again. But yeah, so let the plane, I mean, we're coming in with a bit more airspeed than I would want, but same points apply. Just have the nose up a little bit, let the plane lose its airspeed, and gently land on the ground. At least we didn't have the stutters that time. Much nicer. But continuing on here. Go into nav mode, and we'll just hold our altitude here. And back on track to get to Santa Claus's village. We'll stay low for a little bit. Ooh, Simon's in the King Air, nice. Diot's in an A321. Nice. Got some fighters with us. And what is Whiskey flying? Ah, the TBM 930, nice. This stream is on PlayStation 5. Hello from Greece. I have to say that the keyboard and mouse are a game changer for the game on PS5. Very nice. I'm glad it's working out for you, MG. And you are very welcome. Will they be adding more planes to the marketplace anytime soon? That'll be in the springtime, when Sim Update 5 releases with a changed marketplace. Let all the trees load in. There they go. Get this view for a little bit. Oh, didn't even realize, look at that. Over 46,605 subscribers. Again, thank you guys so much for all the support and continued support you show the channel with all the flight sim stuff. I mean, so much to look forward to next year. Can't wait to keep covering the sim, from updates to beta builds and everything else in between. And then of course we'll sprinkle in a few other things like Aces of Thunder, whatever the thing's called, coming out in February. World War II combat flight sim, that's going to be VR. Can't wait to dive into that for a video or two, see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. It really, really is. And thank you guys again for just an excellent year on the channel. And look forward to a whole new year with more and more new content. Flew the T6 Texan out from Catalina Island yesterday. Great plane. It is. I like flying that one for sure. Oh, it's Ace of Thunder? Or something? Oh, crap. Either way, something about Thunder and World War planes fighting each other in single player and multiplayer. It should be fun. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed again, because it's been delayed about 8 million times. So we'll see. But if not, I'll still have the VR headset ready to go for whenever it shows up in... I wonder if the VR stuff's going to be in beta or not. That'll be interesting to see as well, because I'd love to be able to test that stuff out. See if there's any major hiccups or anything, but we'll see. We'll know all about that when we get to January. And by the way, welcome to Dusty as well, flying with us. Is Paul on a P-51? That looks P-51-ish. Yep, nice. Very nice, Paul. I'll never get over how good the models are in this sim. I mean, just getting up close, you see all the details in the screws and everything. They're just here on the aircraft. And Admiral Kane, I got the game, it's so fun. Thanks for the tutorials. You are welcome, Admiral. Glad you're having a blast with the sim. Patty, I mean, it just depends on the plane. Some planes don't have any de-icing capabilities. Others, like the Titan here, is on the left side of the pilot. But again, not everything has it, so you got the windshield prop anti-ice, surface anti-ice. But yeah, like I said, not every aircraft has it. Like a Cessna 172, all you have is the pitot heat, and that's it. So you have to worry about airframe icing and windshield icing going on that. which is why I recommend not flying through clouds and cold conditions in those planes. So, again, that's just going to be different depending on what plane you're in. And happy holidays to you, Thomas. Welcome to the stream. Can you help me with the custom views on PS5? Are you talking about this? And a little bit of this? With a little dash of this view. So this is just holding L1, and then FPS shooter, left stick to move in all directions, right stick to move the camera, all while holding L1, the left bumper. And then left trigger to lower the camera, right trigger to raise the camera. And then I have square and right on the D-pad to toggle drone mode, which is the showcase camera. And then if you wanted fixed cameras on the outside of the aircraft, you could always go to showcase, fixed camera, and then select... Oh, the Titan has terrible ones because they're not really on the air. I hate these. I always like when it looks like it's mounted. This is probably our best bet. But yep, so you can have those types of shots too if you so choose. And then of course inside the cabin, you can position it anywhere you want and make it seem like you're a passenger, get a nice wing view. I mean like de-ice in airport. I don't think there is any de-icing stuff on the ground. Would be nice to have included, though. And Rez just finished a 2-hour flight in the PC-12. Nice. Very nice. If that was in Korea, that's going to be a good payout right there. Just hold L1, the bumper, left analog stick to move around, right analog stick to look around, left trigger to lower the camera, right trigger to raise the camera. Yep, all by holding L1, and then it turns into an FPS game with the left and right analog sticks. You know what this plane needs? It needs some passengers. Welcome on aboard, folks. Is everybody ready to see Santa Claus? Yeah. Nobody's thrilled by this? Why do you look sad, sir? Why did you get on the Santa Express and you're looking miserable here? There are parachutes in the back, so if you do want to leave the tour early, I recommend you doing that. And no, I'm not going to raise my altitude. You'll just have to parachute quicker. Anyways, well, if I knew that, I would have not even brought passengers up here. I didn't realize they were going to be all miserable. I mean, my goodness. Oh, we're almost here, folks. Because this is Santa Village here. And I think the village is here. That looks like a college, never mind, or a hospital. Hang on. Where be the actual place? Because I don't think it's going to be photogrammic, I think it's going to be just generic buildings, but we can still get the point. Santa Claus Village in Finland. Oh. It's actually by the airport. Perfect. See, it all ties in together. Oh. Must be top secret where Santa lives, because... So the village is actually this section here. Nice. But yeah, right by the airport, which is perfect. Well, at this point, we're not getting any more updates till the new year. So that's the main reason why. I mean, they know about it now. It's been elevated, so it should be done in the next update, but that's not going to be till January. Oh, I don't do anything with custom views, so I'm not going to be able to help with that. I just always do it manually. I don't have anything set specifically for that. And nice, Brad. Glad you're enjoying the sim as well. Do you have any idea why there are no charter service missions for me, even though I have... Well, you probably have not done the gold mission. Some devs... I mean, that would be... I'm surprised that hasn't happened. I mean, we have a dragon, so... You'd think somebody would make a free... Santa with reindeer. Nope, you're pretty much just good with AP1 EDU. Alright, taking over control again. Is that it? Oh, no, that's Paul. Alright, nice. Kiwi Flyer over to the right. Whiskey, Simon, Thomas. Oh, Thomas is here. Nice, welcome. Santa with a stealth plane. Ooh, Santa's Pizza and Burger. What does that look like? Has a 3.8 out of 5. Santa's House of Snowmobiles. Wow, that building has like no character in it. What in the world? That couldn't be more plain white. Just like it just looks like a warehouse in there. That's boring. Burger looks sad. I mean, what? Like, why is there no? It's Santa's village. Why isn't it more themed? That's very boring. Okay, hopefully it gets better somewhere else. All right, this already looks better. Yeah, that looks cool. What is that? That's Paparina Day Cabins and Dining. That looks cool. Apparently picking the pizza place was the worst choice, because, I mean, that had no design whatsoever. The main village area looks cool, though. I like it. But yeah, if anybody works at a pizza burger place, you guys need to upgrade here. Because it feels like you're in a completely different place at this point, like any strip mall type of pizza joint. There is no gold. Well, I don't know then. I mean, it should all be there then. But I can take a look. Because I think the first charter mission is in an island in the Pacific Ocean. In the southern part, if I remember correctly. This river looks really fun to fly around in. Hang on. No, surprisingly, I don't. I mean, there might be something on, like, third-party websites, but I don't believe there's anything Star Wars related just yet. Maybe my passengers will be a bit more thrilled by the flight now instead of looking all sad back there. I love the Titan. It's such a great plane. I love how fast it can go. It's such a blast to fly this thing. Yeah, we'll just follow the... Oh my, there's an F-18 doing some barrel rolls. Well, I have private charter and VIP private charter missions with no issues. Again, I'm pretty sure you just haven't completed that gold mission. Because every mission type and specialization has a mission you have to complete in order for the missions to show up. Because if you don't complete that initial one, you're not going to have any other missions to use. Looks like a nice town around here, though. I like it. But it's not photogrammic, so... There's a boat. That would be the 172. The Cessna 172 would be your best bet for that. If you're looking for a starter plane just to kind of get familiar with everything, that's definitely the way to go. Hey, Pale Knight, Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully you're having a fantastic one. Welcome. Hopefully one day the city will get, or this town will have some photogrammic imagery here. Well, there it is. There's Santa's village. It won't look like it does in real life, but there it is. That little complex right off our left wing in the middle of the screen. Hi, Santa. Bye, Santa. Upgrade your pizza place, because the place is quite sad. Looks like a cool airport here, though. Well, there's career mode where you can fight fires, move passengers around the world, agricultural spraying, cargo missions with helicopters and planes, or free flight where you have the entire world to fly in. And no, not a small world. It is a full recreation of Earth where you can fly anywhere in the world that you would want to. But yep, there's world photographer mode, free flight, career like I was talking about with missions and progression, starting your own company or managing your own company. Just all kinds of goodies in this sim. Go for a full night landing here. Hang on. Nope. Bail out on that. Low flyby instead. I was too high up there. See, we got our Christmas lights. And here, I'll make it a little bit more daytime so we can actually see something here. Something like that. And nice, Benson, you're gonna love it. It's fantastic, and just nothing else out there like it. It is awesome. Flew over both Knott's Berry Farm and Disneyland both, but both were still just procedurally generated. Yeah, I mean, some of that stuff, well, wait, what? Well, Disney, we've flown over Disney World, but that is photogrammic there. Because, yeah, we've flown over Epcot and everything like that. But land isn't, well, I'd be surprised if Anaheim isn't photogrammic. And Benson, all my flying is with a DualSense controller using the gyroscope that's built into it, the motion controls. So yep, absolutely doable with just a controller. I'm now up to 370 hours, including the beta time on the PlayStation side with just a controller. And Hacks, hey Captain, I have a question. I know all the basics on how to start up and I use SimBrief. I know how to take off, but once I have no idea what altitude to select, or how does my autopilot manage altitude? I mean, it depends on what plane you're flying. Like this one, you got the altitude hold mode. But if you're flying in something with like a G1000, like a 172 or Grand Caravan, Sky Courier, you would just be selecting the altitude, and then when you hit autopilot, it would climb to it, and then go into an altitude hold mode. If you're in an airliner, there's some other steps there. So I mean, it all depends on what plane you're flying. Yep, they sure did, random. And Merry Christmas to you back. Oh, nice, Steve. Very nice. Alright, I'll focus on my landing here. Just wanted to make sure I had some flaps. Got a little bit of a crosswind here, so we'll put a little left rudder. Avoid the car on the runway. And as usual, we'll let the plane get on the ground itself. Keep that left rudder going. When the marketplace is there, there are vehicles that you can buy and drive around in if you so choose. But again, that'll be in the springtime on PlayStation. I've bought many planes on the PC and Xbox, yep. And I will be buying quite a few when it gets here on the PlayStation. I don't change RPM on landing. Or mixture. Oh, mixture wasn't there. But flaps, I typically only do one notch. I don't change anything with RPM, just the... Because most of the time, especially in career mode, I'm already at a lower RPM anyways. Which is typically around 80-85%. But yep, RPM-wise... Oh. Hello? What was that? What in the world? Is there a random little bump here or something? I think I was around here. Wow, that is so weird. What is there? There's like an invisible force here or something that freaks the plane out. Because that's not me changing the throttle. That's why I was really confused. I don't know why it's revving up or anything, but... Oh, that's so... What in the world? That's hilarious. The Sobo! It's the power of Santa on the tarmac here, apparently. That's funny, because there's nothing on the ground or anything. It's just some weird thing. Interesting. Well, there we go, Asobo. I found something. I mean, it might already be on the list, but what a random thing to run into. Alright, let me get a little bit more daylight here. Well, excellent work, everybody. We found a magical, mythic weirdness at this airport. I use a keyboard with my PS5 Shift Z for slew mode. Yep. And then I have it set to square and left on the D-pad on controller. I should go over by Mount Everest one of these days. One of these days. But we're going to check a few things out really quick. So thanks to all of you for joining. Again, this was way more than I was expecting on Christmas Day, so glad you guys had some time to fly along with us. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Going over the Nordic countries of Finland, Sweden, and Norway. That was nice, especially over the mountains and everything. Oh, and Kiwi, you were in a 225. Nice. Very nice. But yeah, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed flying along. I know I enjoyed it. And... oh, hang on. Gotta watch Tommy's landing here. Oh, I'm stuck in this fixed camera. No! Oh, I'm in the wrong menu. Just... oh, Tommy's landing on the taxiway here. Interesting choice. A little bouncy. A little sideways. Still not fully down. Unless this is being done intentionally. I'm assuming it is. Very nice. But yeah, I wish this would have... should really reset after that. I don't want it to be in fixed camera. Unbelievable. But very nice, everybody. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll, I'm sure, do another community flight in not so long time. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Oh, man. But alright, let me check on a couple things here. What was the other? There was something else outside of career. Oh, yeah, I wanted to check out Anaheim, because I'm pretty sure that should be photogrammic. I'd be surprised if anything really outside California wouldn't be photogrammic. So again, regarding VIP, so whenever you complete all this, that doesn't mean the missions are unlocked. Anytime you do this, there will be a golden mission that you need to complete in order for the missions to fully be there and for you to unlock other aircraft. So what you're looking for are these right here. There'll be a gold mission on the map. So let's say you unlocked firefighting. You won't have any firefighting missions until you complete this mission. So again, I'm pretty sure the private charter flight is somewhere around here. I think it starts from Bora Bora and goes over here. Yeah, this is the first one. So it's northeast of New Zealand. And if you don't complete that mission, you're not going to have any VIP charter flights. Just like if you don't do search and rescue here in Australia, you're not going to have any missions until that's done. So again, private charter, the mission's right here. It'll be a gold one. And once you have that completed, you will then have your VIP missions to utilize. Same with medevac, same with any of these. So whenever you complete a specialization in career mode, there is a gold mission that you needed to complete first. It's pretty much the initiation mission. So even if it looks green here and everything's good to go, like, oh, why don't I have medium cargo yet? Yeah, everything's green. It's showing green. You need to go to missions, the map here. And then that is up in Japan for that mission. It'll be around here. Just like right now, I need to complete this one if I want to use airliners in career mode. I haven't done it just yet. So, like, let's say, okay, we'll use that as an example. I want to use airliners with passenger transport. If we go to companies right now, it's like, oh, I can't wait to buy like a Saab 340 or an Airbus A320. we have the passenger transport, you know, we have all that going on. We'll click on this, go to manage company, buy an aircraft, and once we get to this list, you'll see, well, I don't know why, oh, you see, we still have the red icon. And the reason for that is because we haven't finished that passenger transport mission. Once we do that, those would all be available to purchase, and you'd be ready to go. So, again, it's not a bug. I can assure you, you're just not completing the golden mission to get it unlocked. So as long as that's on the map, you won't see any missions for it in as an employee, and you won't see any missions for it as your own company, because you haven't completed that. So, again, charter is going to be down here in the Pacific Ocean, northeast of New Zealand, south of Hawaii. Because you got Hawaii there. Because all you have to do is just fully zoom out and you'll see the big gold icons. This is the aircraft search and rescue mission you need to complete. Because you can already see all these missions before you even get to those points. Aerial construction, cargo transport. This is hoist search and rescue. So yep, you need to complete the first mission after the specialization's unlocked. That's when you can get the missions completely. So there's that, and let me take a quick look at Anaheim, because I don't really fly around California much, so... But it just seems odd that an Anaheim, out of all places in California, wouldn't be photogrammic. Los Angeles... Where even is Anaheim? Is that south? Because that's San Diego. Clear out these clouds real quick. Bakersfield, San Fran. Because it should be by LA. Yeah, it's... Why is there no... Why doesn't Anaheim show up? What in the world? There's Santa Ana. You'd think Anaheim would be showing up more than Cerritos. Oh, there it is. There's a player on it. So yeah, this is definitely photogrammic. You can tell already. Where's the park at? Right here. I can already tell right now it's all photogrammic, so I'm not sure what we're talking about pre-gen stuff. Because that's why I was really confused. Like, there's no way something in California is not photogrammic. Especially when it's a big town like this. But yep. There you go. There's Angel Stadium. At least I think so. Maybe it's something else. Nope. There's the Angels logo right there. I don't know why there's trees in it, though. They need to fix that. They need to add freeways to the map. They're already here. This is all based off satellite imagery, so anything that looks like it does in real life is going to be there, especially with photogrammic imagery. This is Earth. There's not going to be really anything missing. Especially regarding roads or anything like that. Oh, Knott's Berry Farm is here too? Well, that should be photogrammic as well then. I'm gonna go up a little bit. So there's Disneyland, it's just over here. There's an airport, so I think it's here. So yeah, I'm assuming you've turned off photogrammic imagery is what happened to whoever was saying none of it's photogrammic. Because this is Knott's Berry Farm here. Because again, if you have it turned off, it'll look terrible. Which is why I recommend not having photogrammic off. Oh, you're talking about labels. Gotcha. Well, yes, that I agree with. They need labels for everything. I want borders and all that. I thought you just meant the... I was really confused. I'm like, they're here? And Merry Christmas to you, GSR. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So again, I'm just going to assume that person that said Disneyland wasn't there has photogrammic imagery off, because this is what the world looks like with it off, which I highly recommend not having off. Unless you want to experience what Flight Simulator X was like. And this is what Disneyland looks like with photogrammic imagery off. So, yeah. I'm going to chalk that up to somebody disabling photogrammic imagery. And Suglek. Thank you. And that's what it looks like with photogrammic imagery. It's the Tower of Terror, or no, isn't it Guardians of the Galaxy now or some crap? At least here it's still the Hollywood Tower. The Tower of Terror. But yep, so there you go. Somebody just had photogrammic imagery off. And there we have it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed another stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Thanks to everybody for stopping on by. I hope you guys enjoyed the lovely flight in the Nordics, checking out Santa's village. And now we're breaking the sim by going into outer space with my Cessna 404 Titan. Oh, we're good. It's fine. But yeah, we'll be back, might be back tomorrow. I don't know, actually, at this point. We'll see. Beautiful. And again, one more thing. Thank you again to Whiskey for the $9.99. Very much appreciate that. Thanks for flying with us. And have a great rest of your Christmas or Boxing Day or the rest of your Thursday, Friday, depending on where you live and what you celebrate. So thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.